Hey everybody, it's me, Danny, Hazuki921 here, making a very important opinion slash discussion talk piece video about a really awesome event that happened, an awesome news, an awesome photo of a set that was announced recently. We got a first look at the Shadow the Hedgehog figure model for Sonic Movie 3, and the logo has the Adventure 2 spines. I have good feelings about this movie, but this is still the same sequel movie to the first two films. And I have a lot to say because I'm worried. I'm excited. And I have every right to be excited. But I'm also worried and nervous. And I feel like this is a very important video to make that I'm hoping comes off as pointless after the movie comes out. I'm hoping this is going to be a pointless video because I'm hoping this is basically a whole you got nothing to worry about along with a lot of you out there watching. And I'm going to start off with a big, fat, physical example that why I'm so worried, okay? You ready to see the physical example? Who here has grown up playing this game? Who here has played this game and loved it for what it is? Who here loves Shadow the Hedgehog because of this game? We need a very close adaptation to this. Do not deny it. Don't say anything else. Don't do that shit. I'm fucking serious. Don't. Do not start with all that bullshit. I know they're going to do Shadow right. I know they are. They understand him. They respect him as a character, but that's not all that needs to be a part of this. Like, it's the heart of it for sure. Shadow is the heart of that game, so is Sonic, and he is the heart of this movie, and Sonic will be as well. They both are. There's my dogs. It's sleeping on the couch in the background. I'm nervous. I really am. I'm excited, but I'm nervous. And some of you out there watching this may not understand why I'm nervous. The first two Jeff Fowler, or live-action Sonic the Hedgehog films, are not the best film introduction slash adaptation to this franchise. I'm sorry. Jeff Fowler, my good man. I mean no disrespect to your vision. I really don't. Like, for your ambition, I mean no disrespect to your ambition, to your dream of wanting to do this. I think what you're doing is very ballsy and big. I do. But you're not really taking it to the full advantage that you could. I think Sonic the Hedgehog as a film franchise should have the exact same anime treatment as Spider-Verse. I think it should be like that. That's a no-brainer. I think Sonic the Hedgehog's grand film debut should be animated. This is not his grand film debut. It's close, but it's not quite yet. Sonic Movie 3 could be, though. It could be that, and by grand, I mean like a grand scale. Okay? Like, I've seen a shit ton of movies. This is for a video for people like that, okay? This isn't just for Sonic the Hedgehog. This is a Sonic the Hedgehog movie. And when I think of a movie, I think of like a really good ass film. Like I don't know, like Toy Story or Jurassic Park or Blade Runner or Star Wars or Lord of the Rings or or The Incredibles or like Beauty and the Beast or Akira or Spirited Away. That's just a list of some of my favorite movies of all time. A short list. And those are all 10 out of 10 films. And when I say Star Wars, I mean like the first A New Hope. I mean like an Empire, sure. But you guys know what I'm talking about. Like, there's a lot of expectations for this film that I'm hoping are met. And I know when Shadow got announced, a lot of us were saying we get live and learn or we riot. And that was just a meme and shit, but like, or it was just a coin term, but it's 100% true. There's no way that you're going to have this beautiful character be introduced and not do it justice. And I am worried sick. that there's going to be no Crush 40, no Escape from the City, no Jim Carrey coming back as Eggman. Now, you don't need that, but that would be really helpful to Xiao's story. That's my cat. She's looking at me like, what the hell is this guy doing? She's just staring at me right now. Chai-lai, aw. But, like, you gotta have them all in this movie. Like, Rouge and Amy should be a part of it. You don't need Rouge, Amy, and Eggman for this movie to be good, but that's bare minimum. Shadow could carry this film. I'm not saying he can't, but like how he can't be the main villain. That's not right, especially if he's a part of the logo. That is a good sign. Seeing everything I've been seeing for the production of this film so far have been nothing but good signs. I haven't seen much. I'm worried about the main theme song. It's gotta be Live and Learn. You've gotta have Live and Learn. I really like the song from Sonic Movie 2. I do. I feel like it has like that classic era Sonic vibe. It just does. The first Sonic Movie's rap theme song of the credits, I didn't like it, the vocal one. But this one I did like. The Shooting for the Stars, or heck it's called. And it was kind of a red flag at the time to me that Knuckles was announced for Sonic Movie 2 when it first happened. Because I was like, you're skipping Amy and Mel Sonic, and you're skipping storylines that should happen first, and they're doing it again with Shadow. And that is kind of frustrating, but at the same time, it's exciting. You can do that. You can take liberties. You can jump around with the Sonic timeline. But is it the right thing to do? Maybe. I'm hoping this really pays off. This should be the best one. And it's probably going to be. I can almost guarantee you they're going to do Maria. Everything we're seeing with Shadow, they say they know he's a character with trauma, with a dark history. They understand him. And they know he has a heart of gold. Like, that's basically what the writers were saying. Like, they know Shadow is a very important character. And they want to do him right. He's like the Anakin Skywalker. He is basically of the story, the Darth Vader. And he needs a master, an Emperor Palpatine, a Frieza. He's the Vegeta's. Well, not no. You know what I mean. In terms of placement, with like a Frieza or someone pulling the strings with him. You know what I mean? That's basically what Eggman didn't really do that. Shadow still did his own thing. We know that, but like mentally speaking, he believes he's supposed to, avenge the death of his best friend. But then he realizes that's not the right path. And I'm pretty sure they're going to do that for this film. But, like, you got to stay close to the source material with this one, guys. You've just got to. Sonic Movie 2 came really close. Sonic Movie 2 comes really close to being that perfect Sonic-y movie. But it isn't quite there. The only major change I would ultimately make to Sonic Movie 2 is having a score that's more accurate to the games. That should have been there. We should have had music callbacks. Especially, the first one was not as important maybe, but for 2 it definitely was. Definitely. In 1 we just got Green Hill Zone, but we should have had the Snowcap theme from Sonic Adventure. We should have had. It would have been a spoiler, I know, but we should have had Undefeatable at the end of the film. That would have been a great tease to Sonic Frontiers. That would have been awesome. We should have had that. We should have. That should have happened. Or maybe a little rock jingle of Open Your Heart or something. That would have been cool. Or What I'm Made Of. Just something. Just some kind of fucking musical callback to the Supersonic. That would have been great. Or even the Sonic, 2 themes. I don't know. No, that wouldn't have worked. Oh, Open Your Heart, like instrumental. Would have been great. That would have been an awesome callback. That would have been something. I know the drowning music is played subtly in the drowning thing, but that's so shitty. Make it like actually so you can fucking hear it, and like where was I don't know, like there should have been like actual like character themes and stuff, and there isn't, or at least like create something new and like iconic and like memorable. Now they could do that for Super Sonic and Super Shadow, but I really don't want that. We know we want Live and Learn. Live and Learn would fit so well. It'd be perfect. Don't tell me you can't get the rights. That is bull crap. I don't know what's going on with the music for these movies. But it's vastly, or it's honestly really disappointing. It doesn't want me watching these movies again. I'm sorry. I do like Sonic Movie 1 too, but they're not movies I watch a lot at all. Well, think of it this way. Sonic Adventure 2 is a game that I do play a lot. It's a game that I go back to from time to time, at least 5 times a year, if not more. If it's not close to 10. It might be my most played Sonic game in general, because of the chows and everything. But shouldn't Sonic Movie 3 have like the same mirror effect? Shouldn't Sonic Movie 3 be a film that you want to watch again and again from time to time? Come on. This movie has potential. And please, for the love of God, just don't have Wayne. I don't mind the sisters, Tom's wife, Maddie, and her sister, they're fine. The sister character should have had a little bit less screen time in Sonic Movie 2. But she's still a funny character, and I do like her, and I do like Maddie. but they're not the focus of this movie. Shadow the Hedgehog is the focus of this movie, and we know he is. Okay, Knuckles was the focus of Sonic movie 2, and it worked out beautifully. Both Knuckles and Shadow are potentially cinematic characters, and Knuckles played out super well in that movie. He's definitely the best part of it, and I know they can do that again with Shadow, if not even 5 times, 10 times stronger character than Knuckles' role in this film. He is one of the most, if not the second most important Sonic character. I know a lot of you out there, that's a very controversial statement. A lot of you out there will have a flame wars in the comments or argue with me how he isn't, blah, blah, blah. But he is hands down, objectively, the second most important Sonic character. He is. Shut the fuck up, he is. His game, Sonic Adventure 2, his first appearance, has had a huge influence on a whole generation for the past 2 decades of Sonic fans, including myself. So has Sonic the Hedgehog and Shadow the Hedgehog have had a humongous impact on this fan base. He deserves more screen time within the games, and he deserves a really important role in overall. And remember, Mr. Izuka-san himself, Daddy Izuka, Takashi Izuka, is going to see this film. You've got to live up to these. You've got to live up to these expectations. You've just got to do it, guys. You've got to do it. It needs to happen, and I'm so nervous it might not. Okay, let me elaborate more. Takashi Izuka has stated that Sonic Adventure 2 is his most favorite developed Sonic game that he's ever worked on. Sonic Frontiers is a return to form for the franchise. If it wasn't for Sonic Frontiers, or if it wasn't for the Sonic movies, Sonic Frontiers wouldn't be as good as it is. So please let there be like a full circle follow-up to that. I'm hoping that the success and vibe that Sonic Frontiers has, it carries on to Sonic Movie 3. And what I mean by that is Sonic Frontiers is a very Sonic the Hedgehog game. It is a very Sonic-y game. It has everything you need to enjoy a Sonic game. Love it or hate it, I don't fucking care. I don't care if you think it's the worst 3D Sonic game. I don't care if you think it's the best 3D Sonic game. It doesn't fucking matter. This game has potential to have the exact same influence as Sonic Adventure 2 to a whole new generation. So far, it kind of has. It's starting. It's starting. I've been seeing it all over Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, whatever. People love this game. Sage and the cyberspace stuff. It all, or just the cyberspace world. The ancients, all this stuff, all this amazing, beautiful stuff that got introduced to the franchise is having influences on the fans. Sonic Frontiers matters so much to Sonic the Hedgehog as a brand, as a franchise, to the fan base. It matters. It is a very important game. I don't care if you fucking hate it. I don't give a fucking shit. Because this game proves itself. You don't need no Sonic Adventure 3. Okay? It doesn't need to happen. If you want it, that's fine. I want it too. I want a Sonic Adventure 3. I hope it still exists. It should. We should get a proper trilogy. It should. But I think Sonic Frontiers 2 is more important right now. It really is. Sorry for getting kind of off track. This is not about Sonic Frontiers. That's a whole other video for another time. This is about Sonic Movie 3, my worries. You gotta have that opening escape from the city shot. You've got to have escape from the city play in the beginning and live and learn play at the end. And please make it a 2-parter. Please. Now here's the other thing. It's too late for me to even express this stuff. I should have made a video like this a whole year ago. Production's already starting on the film, but would it really have mattered? Will this video go viral? Probably not. My channel is so underground and so underrated. This video is not going to explode. It's not going to get shared everywhere. It will just not happen. In fact, I think barely anybody out there who I share this with or groups or whatever are going to watch it. If I share this on Facebook, Twitter, rarely anyone's going to watch this same video. And if you do, I would appreciate if you let me know. Or I would really appreciate that. I really appreciate if you watched it. Or I need some kind of I don't know. I'm hoping there's a couple of you out there tell me. But this is such a fucking humongous controversial thing I'm doing. But I know in my heart that I'm right. Sonic, I don't want to hear, Sonic doesn't need to be taken seriously. But I don't want to hear that kind of bullshit. Sonic, it's okay to treat Sonic like a fucking shonen. It's okay to treat Sonic seriously. It's okay for Sonic to go badass. It has a good Sonic should have a good blend of seriousness and comedy or whatever. It it was always like that ever since practically Sonic the Hedgehog 2. I mean, look at Super Sonic for crying out loud. He's inspired straight out of Dragon Ball. I know the classic series is more like Chibier esque, but that doesn't mean that that doesn't mean it wasn't potentially serious. It was. Sonic was never meant to have that same vibe or mentality that Sonic Colors has. That was never meant to be for the franchise. Not even in the Genesis games. It just wasn't meant to be. And I know a lot of you out there are like, it's not true, and Ray argues with me on that. I know I'm right. The premise for Sonic Colors, the story is fine. Sonic and Tails go off and save these aliens. That's a fine storyline premise. The execution for the story is bad. It's a bad execution. Same thing with Sonic Lost and Sonic Forces. They're bad. Okay? Their story premises are totally fine, but the way the stories are written are not good. I'm not wrong about this. I don't care what anybody else out there says. I'm not. I know it's an opinion, but you cannot honestly tell me the stories are good. They're just not. They're not. There's so many like just brain dead moments that happen. I'm just like, why would they do that? Why? And the characters are written in such a like dumbed down way. It's bad. It is. It is. Sonic Frontiers is a godsend for this franchise. And I want Sonic Movie 3 to be the same thing. Sonic Movie 2 was at the time. At the time, Sonic Movie 1 and 2 were the best video game movies. Then the Mario Brothers movie happened. I'm not saying Sonic Movie 3 has to top it. I'm not saying Sonic Movie 3 has to beat it. Sonic Movie 3 doesn't even have to be at the same level as the Mario Brothers movie. That does not need to happen. But it should be all it needs to do is take a lot of noticeable inspirations from Sonic Adventure 2. It should. And please cast Bryan Cranston for Joe Robotnik. That'd be awesome. I'm hoping Jim Carrey comes back for these movies. And then after that, he should retire. He should do these movies and then he should retire. I hope it happens. You could do this movie without Eggman, Rouge, and Amy, but it would be very strange. It just wouldn't be the same. I don't know how you would write Shadow right without at least one of those characters in there. Amy had that great moment with him at the end of the game. Rouge was like his first true friend. Eggman, he worked with him. Don't cut those characters out, please. I'm hoping they can make it. If you got to recast Eggman, do it. But they said they don't want to do it, so we'll see what happens. Paramount, Jeff Fowler, and all the other members and team and Sega and whoever else is helping this film and working on it. Please do this movie justice. Please do this story justice. Please write in Crush 40. Please write in Ted Poley for Escape from the City. I think that was the singer. Please have the locations right. I like that there's going to be a ski lounge. I like everything that's going on with Shadow. I like what we know and see so far. I'm excited for the Knuckles TV show. I hope it's good. I hope new characters get introduced in that. Please make this movie a two-parter if Rouge and Amy are introduced in this film first, especially for Shadow's sake. Please do this movie right. Please. Sonic Movie 1 and 2 are not 100% Sonic Spirit films. This needs to be a 80 to 90% at least spirity Sonic Adventure 2 film. Please let this movie work. My cat distracted the emotional moment. I know, but it's whatever. Please, guys, please. I'm so nervous. I really am. This game matters so much to me. It's not my favorite game of all time. It's not even my favorite Sonic game of all time, but it had a huge impact on me as a child. It still matters to me. It forever will matter to me. I'm kind of sick of the game, gameplay-wise and everything, but it matters to me. Eternally, it will matter to me. And so far, the best adaptation from this game we have is Japanese Sonic X, and that's a good adaptation. Japanese Sonic X is a close to really good adaptation. It is, to be fair, but you can basically do that again with this, if not make it a little bit better or different in its own unique way. I hope it works out. Sonic fans, especially those fans of this game, we have a lot to worry about / expect. We do. We do. Let's hope it works out, guys. Let's hope it works out. I've been a fan of this franchise almost my entire life. Since I was 4. I've been a fan of Sonic Adventure 2 ever since the game practically first came out. I got it for the GameCube in 2002, so I think it was 2002. Around this time of year, Christmas. So, especially since I forgot, the movie's is going to release on the GameCube port's original release date. The movie is set to come out December 20th. That's when the GameCube port came out, December 20th. Again, there's like green flags here. There's that. There's Shadow. There's the logo. There's just... It feels like everything they're doing is right, but I haven't seen enough yet to know for sure. The second I know that Crush 40 is signed on this film, and Jim Carrey's coming back, or whatever, I know things will be okay. I'm just hoping that most of what I'm saying in this video comes to fruition. If it's not a 2-parter, that's okay, but like, I just hope that they can squeeze everything into a 2 to 3 hour film. I don't know if it's going to be that long, but we'll see, guys. We'll see. This is Daniel Andrews, Hatsuki Warrior, signing out. Until next time, sayonara.